Hi everyone, my name is Alex and I'm an editor at Quirk Books. And I'm excited to talk to you today about two wonderful books on our summer list, Won't You Be My Neighbor and It's You I Like. These two books are a follow-up to our beloved Treasury, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which features songs from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which so many of us watched and loved growing up. And these two books are in board book format, which makes them perfect to share with the youngest of fans. Luke Flowers has illustrated these, as well as the Treasury. He's a big fan of Mr. Rogers himself, and he really brings the neighborhood to life. I would love to share some spreads with you of Won't You Be My Neighbor. You can get a sense of the magical world that Luke Flowers brings to life with his illustrations, and how great these will be to share with young fans, especially kids who are already fans of Daniel Tiger, perhaps, and you're looking for that perfect way to introduce them to Mr. Rogers himself. Both of these titles will be available on August 4th, and we think they'll be great for baby shower gifts, holiday, birthdays, and just great to share with anybody who could use a little bit more Mr. Rogers in their life, which I think is all of us these days. Thanks so much.
Oh, hi there. I'm Dave Borgenicht. I'm the founder and CEO of Quirk Books. We are publishers of the forthcoming Won't You Be My Neighbor and It's You I Like by Mr. Rogers. We're also the publishers of A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which came out last year, the poetry of Mr. Rogers. We're really thrilled to be publishing all of these books. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about how they came to be. So I was born in 1968, right when Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood first appeared on PBS. I was always more of a Sesame Street fan than a Mr. Rogers fan, I have to admit, back when I was a kid. I didn't really get what he was about until maybe 2-3 years ago when I saw a video of his on YouTube. It was a video of Mr. Rogers speaking to the senators in 1969, trying to get funding for PBS. And the Children's Television Workshop. And he spoke to these really high-powered senators when he was asking for, I think, $20 million of initial funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And he was speaking to them in that slow, loving, kind manner that he spoke to me as a kid. And he always spoke to kids in this manner. But he was speaking to these senators in the same way, and it just struck me that this was an amazing guy. This was not a man putting on a show ever. He was a man with a mission, a loving, thoughtful, gentle human being who was just trying to do some good in the world. And I listened to the video, and I heard him say that his whole objective with his books, his show, everything he did, was to get children to be able to mention and manage their emotions. And that really struck me at the time. It seemed like something that not just children, but adults could probably stand to do a little bit better these days. So I started to investigate what kind of publishing was out there and what Quirk might do, and got in touch with his estate. We brainstormed some ideas and came up with the idea to take his songs. There were about 300 songs that he wrote, but we put 75 in this first book and turned them into an original poetry anthology for children. And now we're thrilled to be turning them into board books for a younger kid and for parents to share with children of all ages, and hopefully just remember how amazing Mr. Rogers was and how important his message of being able to talk about our feelings and learn how to manage them ourselves really is, even for all of us. So we're thrilled to be publishing these books, and I'm happy to be here today telling you how it all came to be.